without further ado, does disappointment contribute to most of our life's disbeliefs?
Does it contribute? I think it contributes, but it's not all of it.
Okay.
You can have a contribution and not be the full thing. It
Sure.
can't be your whole based on, but you can say some, you said defeats, right?
Disbeliefs.
Disbeliefs. Yeah.
Yes.
No, you said, but disappointments.
The disappointments contribute to our disbelief.
But we're going to be disappointed at times.
Right.
So it always comes back to how you're going to go. Like, are you going to go, let me take this lesson, learn from this, and keep moving? Or be disappointed and say, I'm just done. It ain't meant for me. And we've all done that because you got to grow.
That's right.
Until that point.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So
sure.
That's how I see it.
What you think, bro?
Well, I kind of have like a clarifying question.
Uh-huh.
When you say disbeliefs,
mm-hmm.
what do you think of? When you hear the word disbeliefs, because we may think of different things.
Sure. So you know how you have something that you believe in, and you've never had any kind of evidence, proof of any of it. You just believed in it because maybe you were taught to believe it, maybe you were instructed, for lack of terms, to believe it, and then something happens.
Like the Earth is round. That kind of thing?
Any of it. It could be that.
Right,
I'm just saying generally in life, right? So all right, so only good things happen to good people, right? Okay. And only bad things happen to bad people.
A specific.
So we're being specific.
That's what, we're
right?
trying to get an example.
So does so for instance, for a person that you meet, very good person, but they does something that violates your trust, violates your, whatever you have, does it now crush your belief in whether or not you can have any kind of meaningful relationships or meaningful situations? Does it contribute to that? Like if that's your now thinking, that situation contribute to it? Or was it something that maybe you suspected all along, but that confirmed it?
Yeah, that's what I said though. Sometimes it all depends on what your subconscious is too.
Yeah, like we talked about another. Yeah. True. Like if it's a possibility,
right?
You knew it was always a possibility, right? But yes. You know how you don't believe like it, like
you don't believe it can happen to you.
You don't believe it can happen to you,
and then it happens.
Exactly.
It could be from one extreme to the other like that, or it could be the tipping point to where you're kind of like, you know what?
Absolutely.
I'm not really sure if I believe.
You're right.
And now okay, you know what? This is the tipping point. I see that.
Yeah.
I guess in that sense, what disappointment?
Yeah.
Leading to a disbelief.
Disbelief. Yeah.
It was leading to, or was the?
Does it contribute? So like so disbelief in some cases kind of automatically somewhat exists, right? Like say you're on a teeter-totter of it being believable and not believable, right? And then something happens, you go, you know what? I knew I should have never believed in it. It confirms, if you see what I'm saying, the question mark of whether you really were bought all the way into a situation or not.
Right.
Right? So like just using it for an example, I know this might be theatrical, but the show Beauty and the Black. Okay. So when you think about the son, the youngest son, Charles, being in so much disbelief about his mother stealing from him.
Right.
Like there was a portrayal, there was a lot of different films. I know it's theatrical, but what I'm saying is he probably never would believe in a million years that his mother would violate his trust to that degree.
Right.
I think there are certain things that we write off as people and say that's not going to happen. That person's not going to do that, or this just isn't going to happen. And then it happens.
Until it happens.
Does that now impact other things that you feel that way about? Is what I'm saying.
Of course.
It may not be just that thing now. Now does your whole disbelief situation spiral because of that situation?
But it lets you know, because again, I'm going to go right back to it. It's from the tree of knowledge. You just open up and unlock a new level of it, understanding that disappointing things still happen to good people. Doesn't change you from being a good person.
Right.
It may not even change them from being a good person, but you may also feel like that they're not a good person because they disappointed you, but you put too much expectation in them in the first place.
There you go.
There's the word.
There you go.
There's the word.
There you go.
So, is it possible to have disappointment without expectation?
It is.
Is it?
It is.
You know what? I think that's tough. I think that's tough.
It's not. Okay.
How
Disappointment without
disappointment
expectation.
without-
I think that's tough to do without it.
I mean, maybe, but what's? Can you think of an
So,
example?
this is just me battling with myself. Mm-hmm. But one part that really stands out in my life is being disappointed when mom died, but I didn't expect her to live.
Okay.
All right.